Ladies and gentlemen, I plan to speak to you tonight and report on the State of the Union for the events of earlier today. Today is a day for mourning and remembering.
Because the love of the whole purpose of your presence is to keep you now, your children, and your grandchildren much later, out of the last ditch war for the preservation of the country, to you, and to me, and to ours. Never before since Jamestown and Plymouth Rock has our American civilization been in such danger as now. Danger as now. The Nazi masters of Germany have made it clear that they intend not only to dominate all life and thought in their own country, but also to enslave the whole of Europe, and then to use the resources of Europe. In view of the nature of this undeniable threat, it can be asserted properly and categorically to encourage talk of peace until the day shall come to abandon all thought of dominating or conquering the world, of the states that are leagued against all people who live in freedom, are being held away from our shores, and by the Greeks, and by thousands of soldiers and sailors who are able to escape from subjugated countries. Frankly and definitely, there is danger ahead. We must prepare by crawling into bed and pulling the covers over our heads. Would she hesitate then to say to any South American country, we are occupying you to protect you from aggression, now fighting for its life on any one of the other republics of this hemisphere? This is the same dangerous form of wishful thinking which has destroyed the powers of resistance of so many conquered peoples. To the undeniable fact that the evil forces which have crushed and undermined and corrupted so many others are already within our own gates.
Should a government have the right to extinguish it? Capital punishment is the premeditated and planned taking of human life by a government in response to a crime committed by that legally convicted person. We call ourselves civilized. 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 We call ourselves civilized.
Civilized.
Hell do you think you are? You think your secular education gives you the right to question the church? Sit down! Sit!
Now you haven't told us one thing that can't be written off as simple hysteria.
Our opponents do anything they can to hurt me politically because they're afraid of me and they're afraid of you. It's not supposed to work that way. The disinformation, people say they are great at disinformation. The one we want to run against is Trump. Do you ever hear that? Oh, we want to run against Trump. Biden won. Hey, oh, we want to run against Trump. They always say that. They say that about everybody. want to run against kids. It's like the meaning, you know, in other words, like this. We want to run against kids. They say, we want to run against it. It's like you're supposed to be a schlemiel. We want to run against it. They say, we want to run against it. Supposed to be a schlemiel. They say that about everybody.
We're just gonna walk away from it. Well, has that become the fashion now to cover up?
I beat China all the time. When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo? When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. The big lie. Obamacare. $5 billion we spent on a website. I hire people. They do a website. It costs me $3. We need a leader. We're dying. We're dying.
Consider ourselves leaders of the modern world. We are the nation encouraging human rights for global citizens. Yet we are the last democratic nation to abolish the death penalty. We legally murder human beings. On death certificates of prisoners executed by the state, the cause of death is listed as homicide. We are murderers.
I cannot go in the execution chamber and die in the execution chamber as a liar. And I cannot go in the execution chamber and be executed under the devil. I have to come clean and cleanse my spirit in the name of Jesus Christ. As they said, they had it right. Serial killer. Not so much like thrill kill. I was into the robbing business. But still, then again, I got a number, so it's serial killer. But I'm coming clean before I go in that execution chamber and be executed. And I had pretty much had them selected that they were going to die. I'm being really straight up about everything. There's no self-defense. I'm really sorry what happened about everything. I was in this, to me, this world is nothing but evil, and all of us are full of evil one way or another. In whatever we do. We have evil in us, all of us do. And my evil would just happen to come out because of the circumstances of what I was doing. On the road, I was a homeless person all my life, and then the hitchhiking hook, and I learned off the homelessness and cruising all over the United States of America and stuff. And so learning how to be a hooker as a hitchhiker.
No.
You were on nothing today?
No.
No heroin?
My God.
I'm going to ask you all the questions that people think. No more heroin?
No.
Finished?
No.
Prozac?
No. Stop.
Prescription drugs?
Didn't work. The Prozac didn't work.
Are you a good mother?
Yes. I'm an excellent mother.
Ever do drugs in front of your child?
My God. What a question. No. I have a daughter, and it makes me just want to just flip them the bird. It makes me angry.
That people want to see you finished because it ends.
Yeah, there's a part of me that has like amazing, huge guilt, and another part of me that's like, forget it.
Because I'm out of retaliation for taking my life like this and getting rich off it all these years in total pathological lying. Yeah, thanks a lot. I lost my fucking life because of it. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. Couldn't even have my appeals right. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. You sabotaged my ass society and the cops and the system. A raped woman got executed. It was used for books and movies and shit. Ladder climb through election, everything else. I got this finger in all your face. Thanks a lot. You're an inhumane bunch of fucking living bastards and bitches. And you're gonna get your asses nuked in the end. And pretty soon it's coming. 2019, a rock's supposed to hit you anyhow. You're all gonna get nuked. You don't take fucking human life like this and just sabotage and rip it apart like Jesus on the cross. And say thanks a lot for all the fucking money I made off of you. And not care about a human being and the truth being told. Now I know what Jesus was going through. Now I know what Jesus was going through. Now I know what Jesus was going through. They've been trying to tell the truth, and I keep getting it stepped on. Concerned about if I was raped, I'm not giving you much book and movie info. I'm giving you info for investigations and stuff, and that's it. We're gonna have to cut this interview, Nick. I'm not going to go into any more detail. I'm leaving. I'm glad. Thanks a lot, society, for the railroad. Bye. Jesus was going through. Now I know what Jesus was going through. Now I know what Jesus was going through. Now I know what Jesus was going through. Jesus was going through. And let me kill the rest of those guys to turn me into a serial killer. I know they did. Because I was no professional serial killer or anything. Murderer, whatever you want to call it, you know. I wasn't professional at what I was doing. I'm all right with it. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Hey, I was tortured at BCI. They had the intercom on in the room, and they kept lying that it wasn't on, and they were using sonic pressure on my head since 1997. Now I know what Jesus was going through. What Jesus was going through. Now I know what Jesus was going through. trying to write something, I think they had some kind of eye in the cell, I'm not sure, but every time I started writing something, it went up higher. So I'm thinking that probably had the TV rigged. The TV or the mirror or something is rigged. They got a huge satellite on the compound. After they put the huge satellite on the compound, it could have been either rigged to the TV set or the mirror or something. Because the electrician, when he put the mirror on the wall, he said, "Doesn't that look like a computer?" Now I know what Jesus was going through.
Disciples, we're going to talk to you about the most urgent thing that is on our mind and what we suspect is the most urgent thing on the minds of those who will connect with us. Planet Earth is about to be recycled. Your only chance to evacuate is to leave with us. Planet Earth about to be recycled. Your only chance to survive or evacuate is to leave.
Well, I did say only last week that all the loved ones that come from Mr. Joyboy have the most beautiful smiles.
No, my dear. Your mother was not tortured to death, as you were told.
But
She was tortured, yes, but not to death. I would like to believe him, Doña Medina, but I find it very difficult to do so. There's something about him I cannot help but sense. A kind of fearful tension. I'm sorry. An air of definite guilt. A kind of fearful tension. I'm sorry. An air of definite guilt. Kind of fearful tension. I'm sorry. An air of definite guilt.
You know, you could have been killed. It was probably criminal negligence or manslaughter or something. You could have sued somebody. Me, probably. Well, not you, because you'd have been dead.
My mission here concerns the existence of every last creature who lives on Earth. It must not be complicated by the childish jealousies, intrigues, suspicions of your planet.
I mean, is there anything the doctor can give you? Something to make you feel better? God. Some aspirin. That's what I figured.
Look, sweetheart, I've been in this business a long time. You may not know a winner when I see one. I sure as hell spot a loser.
Kind of fearful tension. I'm sorry. An air of definite guilt. Kind of fearful tension. I'm sorry. An air of definite guilt.
I wasn't going to.
Then what were you looking at me that way for?
I wasn't. I was just trying to see your face.
Didn't push him, he jumped. And anyway, he had an umbrella. Is it my fault if he forgot to open it?
Bumming? That's all right for a while. Man's got to belong somewhere. You know, be part of something. I mean, that's human nature, right?
Feelings are a trap. Show me a guy with feelings and I'll show you a sucker. It's weakness. Makes you think of something besides yourself.
I can no longer sit back and allow communist infiltration, communist indoctrination, communist subversion, and the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids. To sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
How do you drink gin?
Well, there's gin and tonic, except I don't have any tonic. Then there's gin and vermouth. That's a martini.
I had onions at lunch. I had garlic dressing at dinner. But he'll never know, because I stay kissing sweet, the new Dysfunct way.
Man, look. Let me give you the same advice my father gave me, all right? Give up hope. Look at me. Dreams are for suckers. Ain't no future for you.
I can no longer sit back and allow communist infiltration, communist indoctrination, communist subversion, and the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids. To sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
Just drop a job, you marry a dame with 3 kids, you buy a big house with mortgages up to your ass.
No, I was in the house and I heard the voices too. And I also felt the presence in the house. I'm telling you, there was a presence in that house.
A boy like you, who are you? Who are you? You some kind of special aristocracy because the female public wants to make love with you? Stop! Oh, do I have to listen to this miserable boy? A man like myself who's wined and dined with presidents and kings?
I can no longer sit back and allow communist infiltration, communist indoctrination, communist subversion, and the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids. To sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
However, look, we can offer you a special new service whereby the remains are placed inside a rocket and fired into space. They told me you were hung with red protruding eyeballs and black protruding tongue. Which service have you decided on?
Well, I don't know.
We can give you entonement, empowerment, dissemination, or internalization.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, that would be embalmed, buried, scattered, or burned.
You know, some people think of death as a negative thing. But you see how wrong they are, don't you? What could be more beautiful and more thrilling than eternal rest? Well, I better begin.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it, you see, but it seems when I know I'm working for you, then something in me says he's on his way to Is that not Dr. Listen? I think let's just take control.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes. I came to arrange about a funeral.
Is the funeral for yourself?
I beg your pardon? No.
I thought you might have come for pre-need counseling. Many of our friends like to plan ahead.
May I help you?
Yes, I understand that you inter animals.
Yes. Anything from a horse to a mouse. In the case of snakes, over 6 feet. We insist that they be coiled. They be coiled.